Aye.
Welcome back, guys.
Welcome back, guys, for another night talk. Sugar?
Yes.
What are we talking about tonight?
We're going to be talking about, I know you guys probably seen it, or might not have seen it, but, Gillette recently came out with their 2019 campaign. So they featured a new ad, and first we're going to show you a little clip of it.
Sexual harassment is taking over.
It's been going on far too long. We can't laugh it off.
Who's the daddy? What I actually think she's trying to say.
Making the same old excuses.
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
But something finally changed.
Allegations regarding sexual assault.
That's what everybody basically saw. Like, that's the clip that everybody saw, and the whole
It's a
world
little
is tripping.
clip of it.
The whole world is tripping.
I don't think it's the whole world. I think it's just the male population.
The male.
Aye. Fine.
But this video has 1.2 million, at least when I checked, it had 1.2 million dislikes.
Yeah.
And not half as much likes. Why? Because people is finally bringing it to light what men have been doing for generations. Do we as men feel some type of way that it's not right what we've been doing for a long time? Because I've been reading the comments and I see people talking about, oh, don't tell me how to raise my kids, or you've just lost a customer. Shut up. Aye. Sugar, well, how do you feel about this? You're the female in this situation.
I mean, when I first saw it, I saw the whole ad on Instagram. It was a post. I'm like, oh, this is really good. It's bringing awareness to everything that's happening. And then later that same day, I saw all the backlash that it was getting. And probably like 90% of the backlash, 90 to 95% of the backlash I saw was from men. There was like a few women, which I was still totally confused about. But most of it was from men basically saying,
running their mouth.
Yeah, for the most part. I think they completely missed the whole entire purpose of the ad. And they should probably reflect on it. If you saw that and you was offended by that, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Maybe you just need to do some self-reflection.
Because most likely, if you're offended by it, most likely you're the problem.
The slogan is, teach our young boys for the future, for tomorrow. It was something like that. Basically, the young men that they are will be turning into the people and men, grown men that they are of the world in like a short amount of time. So you gotta raise them accordingly and properly. So the things that are happening now is a lot less frequent.
And the term that they used was toxic masculinity.
That's a really big, I feel like that's a reason a lot of guys act the way they do. They didn't grow up with that type of father figure or to show them, or just people correcting their bad habits. Because
that's part why the problem never stops.
Yeah, in part of the ad, it says boys will be boys. I think that's the problem. A big problem. You don't hear them telling girls that girls will be girls. No, it's you gotta be holding these boys accountable for their actions. Otherwise, they're not gonna grow up into proper civilians and proper humans.
But then again, Sugar, I think the problem is these men, at least the ones that have the problem, they feel like being a proper man and being a proper civilian is them being the way that they are. They feel like it's right, when it's not right. Because one of the scenes in the clip was, I guess, the female in the office around in the conference room. She gave her opinion on something, and the guy, what's the word that they used to describe this? Mansplaining. She gave her opinion on something, and the guy just said, what she's trying to say is,
yeah, basically shutting down her whole point for the most part.
What she said was what she said. I don't think that you should think that you have the right to explain what she's saying. That's a problem. And if you guys don't see that that's a problem, that's bad. And all the people that disliked it, I hope somebody watching this video is one of those people who disliked that video, and I want you to comment down below and let me know what your problem is with the video. Let me know why it is that you disliked it. What did they say wrong? Because I watched the video and I didn't see any problems with it. I'm not gonna pretend like I'm an exception. I don't do all the things that is being said in the video. Some of those categories I might fall under, and I'm gonna have to reflect on myself and be like, because you know what? I didn't even know that that was wrong all along. I've been doing it, so maybe I need to look like, you know, change how I do things, change how I look at things. Cause yeah, before I got married, I was in high school. A female walked past. As a man, everybody in the group would fake a sneeze, a chew. You know, that's wrong. So we all need to look at.
I know what they were saying bothered a lot of men, a few females, but now it's a new time. It's a new generation. It's a new platform being brought onto the world that we're actually seeing and recognizing and trying to fix the actual problem. And you're just gonna get stuck behind, sticking in your old ways and ideals. If you can't reflect on yourself and say, okay, maybe what I'm doing is X, Y, and Z, it's wrong, or maybe I should change this or fix this or say this a little bit differently. There is a lot of situations that could be avoided or could be helped if these guys did have a strong male figure in their life that did teach them, and that was the purpose of the ad. Even if it's not your biological son or cousin or nephew, whatever, if you're a teacher, just make sure you're teaching the next generation to be a better human being. If you missed that part of the ad and it went completely over your head, you need to rewatch it, break it down step by step. I don't know what you need to do. Analyze it a little bit deeper. Analyze yourself a little bit deeper and why you think the way that you think. If you grew up like that, your dad taught you to do that. Because toxic masculinity is more than just saying, it's more than just mansplaining or saying boys will be boys. It's saying it's not okay to cry. It's saying, oh, you like her, so it's okay to hit her when you're a little kid. That's not okay. Or telling little girls that if someone hits you when you're little, it's because they like you. That's not okay either, because then you're setting them up for further toxic behaviors. But it's really for the children of tomorrow, because children of tomorrow are our future. They are the future. When we're long dead and gone, they'll be there. So
groom them right. And I hope the females that watch this ad run with it and try to spread this type of message. If you're in a relationship like Sugar, me and Sugar were together, I hope that Sugar will now start to buy me Gillette. Buy me Gillette.
I already have Gillette, so
buy me Gillette razors and let me use it so that I could probably run with that message. You know, it's not only the man. We got to try to push everybody to try to be the change that they want to see. Because look at me. I'm over here always saying, oh, I want this to be different, I want that to be different. And maybe I'm not even like making a step in my own self to actually trying to be the change that I want to be. So we all have to be that change that we want to see. If you as a man see another man doing something that you know he should not be doing, we got to step up. I know they're probably going to say, oh, you acting like a, or whatever it is, but be the, and say what you got to say, yo bro, that's not right. You know, you know?
There's a lot of situations I've seen, I literally seen people that should be saying, you need to chill or that's not okay, but they just tend to look the other way, or they tend to like cheer it on or
laugh
go
or
on, even though they might know.
Business.
Yeah, even if you think it's wrong, you don't say nothing, you're still part of the problem.
I agree.
Because being a man, being a good human person, human being is about being strong and self-confident and having your own mindset. And not being a sheep, not being a follower. It's about being your own strong individual person.
And a lot of y'all ain't that, chief. All y'all followers just running behind each other doing the same exact thing. I would like to have a conversation with you guys down in the comments.
And go like the Gillette ad.
Yeah, let's put some likes on it.
That's really bad.
Let's put some likes on it.
Gillette got a recurring customer. So
we're coming back. You guys spreading the right message.
I mean, I just really enjoyed this topic. I think it's something that should really be talked about more often. If I do ever have a son, I really hope that I grow him properly and that he treats women and men alike and same and with respect and has self-respect and is just strong in every aspect that he can be in. And for my girl too, make sure that she's okay and that let her know what's okay and what's not okay and what's acceptable and what's not acceptable.
I agree. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. And remember to go check out that Gillette commercial. We'll probably put the link down below. And give that a thumbs up also. As always, guys, until the next video, which will probably be soon.
Thursday. Don't say that. See ya next week Thursday for another episode of Night Talk.
Aye. I think we'll be good parents, Sugar. What do you think?
I hope we are.
I hope so.
I hope we will be. Not are. I hope we will be.